The sensational framing of tragedy and beyond heartbreaking does not accurately reflect the current life situation of Brett Favre, who is best understood today as a retired American football legend whose public identity is defined far more by his long NFL career and ongoing legacy debates than by any singular personal downfall or personal tragedy. Favre built one of the most durable and statistically impressive careers in National Football League history, most famously as the longtime quarterback of the Green Bay Packers, where he became known for his Iron Man streak of consecutive starts, gunslinger playing style, and ability to make high-risk, high-reward throws that defined an era of football entertainment. Over the course of his career, he earned multiple MVP awards, set numerous passing records during his time, and eventually retired as one of the most statistically significant quarterbacks of his generation, later being inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, cementing his place in the sport's history. After retirement, like many high-profile athletes, his life has remained in the public eye through interviews, appearances, and discussions about his legacy, as well as media attention surrounding decisions made during and after his playing career. While headlines sometimes use dramatic language to attract attention, his actual post-career reality is more accurately characterized by a combination of public legacy reflection, business and media involvement, and periodic controversy typical of many sports figures who live through decades of intense professional scrutiny. He has also been involved in charitable efforts and public advocacy at different points, reflecting another dimension of his life beyond football statistics and media narratives. In addition, Favre's post-retirement years have included participation in football-related media discussions, where his career is often analyzed in terms of both greatness and complexity, especially when comparing different eras of the NFL or evaluating quarterback performance across decades. Like many elite athletes who played in highly visible positions, his life after sports has been shaped by how fans, analysts, and media revisit past decisions, games, and moments that defined his career, sometimes amplifying controversy or criticism that overshadows the broader scope of his achievements. However, from a factual standpoint, there is no singular defining personal tragedy that encapsulates his current life. Instead, what exists is the familiar arc of a retired sports icon whose legacy continues to be debated, celebrated, and reassessed over time. Physically and professionally, he is no longer active as a player, but his influence on the quarterback position remains significant, particularly in how he helped shape the modern understanding of aggressive passing styles and resilience under pressure. His public visibility today tends to fluctuate depending on media cycles, sports retrospectives, or discussions about NFL history, which is common for athletes of his stature. In a broader sense, Favre's story is not one of sudden decline but of transition, from elite athlete at the center of national attention to retired figure whose legacy is continuously interpreted through the lens of sports history. While dramatic headlines often suggest emotional collapse or hidden suffering, the more accurate picture is that of a former professional athlete living outside the daily structure of the NFL while still being periodically discussed due to his historical impact on the game. Ultimately, Brett Favre's current life is better understood through the lens of legacy, reflection, and public memory rather than tragedy, as his career achievements remain central to his identity and continue to define how he is remembered in American football culture.